Jeff Jones, hello! Good to have you with us. You won't regret it. And what's a commentator without a co-commentator? Welcome, Wolf Jackson.
Thanks for the invitation.
This is the first race of the Giant Slalom Cup in the Junior League.
Oh, much too slow.
Yes, he gave away way too much time right from the start. He only just made the curve, literally. That cost him some time. That's the third gate he's missed. Tell me, Wolf, you know Herman Meyer?
Is that a trick question or what?
Well, I mean, personally.
Well, of course I know him.
Number 5. Let's forget about that race. The judges have too many mistakes to note. They can't keep up. There wasn't much to criticize in this run. Let's have a look at the replay. That was the training run, and here are the results. Giant Slalom unites the elements of slalom and Super G. What's he doing there?
He missed the gate, it seems. You know, a style like that never pays off.
The boards must have got a dent there.
And he too, I suppose. Now, that was the 5th gate.
No, the 4th.
Well, anyway, it's too bad.
Let's have a look at the replay of this almost faultless race. That was the first round. Let's have a look at the ranking. On the program today, the first downhill competition for the juniors. In 2009, the Alpine Skiing World Championships will be held in Val d'Isère. We just talked about your friend Herman Meyer.
Well, Jeff, friend is a bit exaggerated.
Personal acquaintance?
Well, we're colleagues, so it's quite normal that we know each other.
He was very...
And the fish is wriggling in the net. If it weren't for the boards, who knows where he would have landed. Whoops, he missed the gate. Things are happening so fast out there.
Missed again. That's a pity. That was the third fault.
And they went to great trouble to put the gates up. Oh dear, that was really pathetic.
Coming next is a Czech. Let's see what he does.
You know, I thought he'd fall down there.
Can't believe he didn't. He might be much faster.
Oh no, that can't be true.
But it is. He missed the gate. He'd better not do that again. The result of such a blind flight, a big time penalty. We were interrupted earlier on when we were talking about Herman Meyer. So, what is your relationship with him?
Well, you know, Herman, he's a great guy. I got along with him from the very beginning.
Missed the second gate. That hurts.
Ow.
I'd really like to spare you the replay, ladies and gentlemen, but as you wish. And another round in the juniors giant slalom. That was a bad start.
Maybe somebody should have pushed him.
It seems he didn't like that gate, and so he thought, this doesn't concern me. He took the full risk and will have to bear the consequences. Was it the third or fourth time?
I'm not counting anymore.
Could you tell us something about Herman Meyer?
Well, you know, Jeff, that's a little bit difficult, but most of all, I appreciate him as the exceptional skier that he is.
Okay, that's hard to deny.
Yeah.
I think that's what you call a blind flight.
And that's even an exaggeration.
I don't think anybody wants to see this again.
I certainly don't.
Here are the parents of the famous French skier Jean-Claude Killy, who was dubbed the French athlete of the century, had a specialist shop for skiing gear here in Val d'Isère. He doesn't seem to be finding his rhythm here on the pista.
Nope.
He's racing past the gate for the third time now. His race wasn't faultless up till now. Maybe he should have a closer look at the course again. It's too late. Let's see that again. That was an exciting... Hello, this is Jeff Jones. Once again, I've taken my place for you in front of the microphone. We're looking forward to an exciting Super G competition in the Junior League. It seems he's overlooked that gate.
Yeah, it looked like it.
He'll get a harsh time penalty for that. Missed the third gate. Things are looking bad.
Yeah, too bad. There's something very wrong with it.
That could have easily gone wrong.
Yep.
And now, the replay.
Oh, no, don't. Please, don't do it.
The times for the first round will be available in a few seconds. He seems to think the gates are only there for decoration. Tell me, Wolf, how did you get to know Herman Meyer?
Well, you know, ironically, it wasn't on a ski run at all. It was at a party of this video games company he works for.
Okay, no plugs, please. Yes, the fence ends his ambitions quite abruptly.
Yep. Well, this isn't ice hockey, is it?
Nope.
Is he drunk?
Seems like it. He'll land himself with a time penalty. You should learn from your mistakes, so let's have a second look at this sorry affair. Today we'll see the decision in the Downhill Cup of the Junior League. This training will help the skiers get used to the track.
Hey, what's up? Does he want to take a look at the beautiful landscape or what?
Well, maybe he should get closer to the gates. So how was it when you met the Herminator at this party?
Well, you know, at first I didn't even recognize him. Wow, great stunt there. Oh no, he missed the gate.
Oh boy.
That'll cost him some time, that's for sure.
I'd really like to spare you the replay, ladies and gentlemen, but as you wish. Let's have a look at the results of this practice. There might be some wonky performances today if you look at that crosswind. Hello, did he see that gate?
Nope.
The time penalty seems unavoidable now.
It's too bad.
That could have easily gone wrong.
Yeah. Oh, come on. This course really isn't that difficult.
And with that style, he won't go very far.
Nope.
That race was so-so altogether. Pretty good performance with not too many mistakes. Let's see it again. Here's the ranking. I hope you enjoyed the competition as much as we did, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeff Jones speaking. Hello from the Beaver Creek Resort in Colorado. That was a classic mistake at the gate. That will get him a time penalty.
Yep.
He seems to not get on with the course at all.
Nope.
That was way too risky. He only just made the curve. Literally. Since you met Herman Meyer at a party, as you told us, I heard that you and he got along very well.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, Herman's the kind of guy you just naturally like.
So you're a fan?
Well, of course, 100%.
Well, he's totally out of rhythm now.
Has he ever been in rhythm?
I don't think anybody wants to see this again. The rules for this discipline, as well as slalom, were laid down in 1921 by Arnold Lund for the British Championships. He was very close to the boards.
Yeah, he grazed them.
That's the lead for now. Full risk, and that's the result. His speed is okay.
Yeah, but the wax mixture seems to be quite suitable in this one.
This is good for first place, if, yes, he can keep the speed until the finish. He really doesn't give away the smallest millimeter.
Hey, sir, there was a gate.
That was a mediocre performance.
Maybe he simply lacked concentration.
He missed another gate. That's not good at all.
Better pull himself together.
That means he's second now.
Oh dear, that was really pathetic.
If I'm right, there's a German at the start now.
Yep.
Well, that was not a record start. The esteem you just mentioned that you have for your friend Herman Meyer, it's not only based on personal... A slippery slide towards the boards. First place.
But there's still some meters to go. He'll get punished for that one.
I'll say. The boards must have got a dent there.
And he too, I suppose.
That was a very decent distance. There weren't so many faults, but will the judges agree? He's raced. The security fence brings his ambitions to a sudden end. First place, a fantastic performance. And now, the replay.
Oh, no, don't. Please, don't do it.
The violent tailwind will drive the skiers along. Do you think he can make up for that mediocre start?
Well, it will be difficult. Hey, sir, there was a gate. You know, a style like that never pays off.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff Jones. The Junior League is starting the Super G Championship. A mediocre start. He'll have to speed up a lot. That was a classic mistake at the gate. He took the full risk and will have to bear the consequences.
What, is it crazy? That was the second gate he missed.
He missed the gate for the fourth time.
That's a bit too much if you ask me. Oh, he must be crazy. That was the fifth fault. Eeny, miny, mo, and out you go.
Wolf, that's a bit childish. Let's have a look. The weather won't be an excuse today. He's going for victory today.
Yes, that's how to do it. You know, I thought he'd fall down there.
Can't believe he didn't. That's the best time yet. It seems he didn't like that gate, and so he thought, this doesn't concern me. That was the third fault.
And they went to great trouble to put the gates up.
In what way is Herman Meyer a model for you, as you just confessed?
Well, you know, especially his ability to win. You think of his fall back in Nagano in 1998, after which he won 2 gold medals.
And where he got the nickname Herminator.
That's true.
That cost him some time. He's pretty far away from the top already. This is the final ranking for today. It was fun. This is Jeff Jones. Hello, make yourself comfortable and welcome to our winter sport event. I'll get some support today by Wolf Jackson, a man who knows what he's talking about. At least that's what I hope.
Where's Oliver Platt gone, by the way?
Well, I think that's none of our business, Wolf.
Okay.
Who will be treading in Wolf's footsteps today? The juniors are fighting it out. And he should be... Yes, he's in the lead. We just talked about Herman Meyer's fall in Nagano in 1998. There were more of these spectacular incidents in his career.
You know something, Jeff? I personally admire him most for proving all those people wrong who had predicted his decline in 2005, especially the media.
Up till now, he's done everything right. A well-earned first place.
Yep.
That wasn't the purest skiing, to put it plain and simple. He's down there and on rank 1, ladies and gentlemen. As we'll be able to see in the replay, a reasonable race. That was the training run, and here are the results. Now we can have a look at the results of this first round. That's rank number 1 for him, world class.
Oh no, he missed the gate.
Oh boy. He's in the lead.
Don't forget the Herminator. He had a fall just before the finish line.
Missed the second gate. That hurts.
Oh.
With this performance, he goes to the very top.
Great job.
The ranking will give us insight into the final result.
Now we'll get down to serious business, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Black Pista. What was written on the board, or why did he scrape so close to it? Yeah, I hope this won't turn bad. Ouch, that was the first fall. The best thing to do after the first fall is to go straight on in order to not get traumatized. This is the point where you have to admit that this is no cakewalk. And as it's such a great pleasure, he lies down once again. He sits down uncomfortably for the second time. All good things come in threes. Well, he might just as well have slid down on the back of his pants. Good point, Wolf. Just keep lying where you are. Stay down, boy.
This is the start of the Slalom Cup in the Junior League. Schladming is a former mining settlement. Nowadays, people prefer using the mountains for leisure, for example, skiing. I think he can do better.
That's hardly dynamic, was it?
Hello, did he see that gate?
Nope.
You'll get a harsh time penalty for that. Maybe he should have a closer look at the course again.
It's too late.
He doesn't seem to be paying much attention to the course. apropos Herman Meyer, what do you think is the secret of his success?
You know, as I said before, I think it's his absolute will to win, and that's decisive. And the belief in yourself.
Wolf, that sounds pretty much like Hollywood now.
Of course, it's a cliche, but it also happens to be true.
His speed is pretty limited. I think it's because of the wax. A short look at the result. The first round is running. We can have a look at the provisional ranking soon. Maybe he should think about changing his wax. It doesn't seem to be the right one.
Nope.
You can't be happy with that position. Lean back, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy this replay.
I'm certainly going to.
This is the final ranking of one last time, the juniors can show what they're capable of in this giant slalom competition. Hello, he almost forgot to start. He missed the gate. He better not do that again. And with that style, he won't go very far.
Nope.
He's not among the top 5.
Nope, he's simply not fast enough. He'll get punished for that one.
I'll say.
Good that there's someone testing the fence. And it seems to be pretty stable.
Here are the results of the practice run. A slight crosswind today, but it doesn't seem too dramatic. That was the 5th gate he failed to take perfectly. Beeswax seems to be fairly okay, and that's about all. The result of such a blind flight, a big time penalty.
Crazy, that was the second gate he missed.
You should learn from your mistakes, so let's have a second look at this sorry affair. Here's the ranking. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff Jones. I have with me today an old hand at skiing, Wolf Jackson.
Old hand?
Well, I mean, you've been in this sport for a long time.
Yeah, oh, so rather old foot. And it's great to be here again.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us for a great competition in giant slalom. Third ranked for now. What's he doing there?
He missed the gate, it seems.
He doesn't seem to be finding his rhythm here on the pista.
Nope.
He'll certainly get a time penalty for his performance. If he goes on like this, he can forget about victory. That's true. And that was not enough. And now, the replay.
Oh, no, don't. Please, don't do it.
Let's see how the skiers performed in the training run. The wind coming from the valley might be a problem today.
He doesn't seem to be in a hurry, does he?
You don't think so?
Nope. Whoops, he missed the gate. Things are happening so fast out there.
He's fifth now. Can't be happy with that position. As we'll be able to see in the replay, a reasonable race. So much for the first round. What does the ranking look like? This is the final ranking of today's competition. The championship is... Today we'll witness the junior championships in slalom. He must think he's on his skiing holidays here. He seems to think the gates are only there for decoration. The time penalty seems unavoidable now.
It's too bad.
Will to win, belief in yourself, these are the catchwords you use to describe Hermann Maier. What kind of person is he in private?
Well, you know, just like in sport, he goes his own way no matter what other people think of him.
Another cliche?
Yeah, but one that happens to be true.
Number 5. Let's forget about that race. You should learn from your mistakes, so let's have a second look at this sorry affair. Three Austrians were on the top rank of the Slalom World Cup in 2005. Benjamin Reich, Rainer Schoenfelder, and Manfred Prenger.
You see?
It seems he's overlooked that gate.
Yeah, it looked like it.
You'll have to improve a lot to get to the very top. Missed again. That's a pity.
That'll cost him some time, that's for sure. Yeah, I thought he'd fall down there.
Can't believe he didn't. An extraordinarily exciting first round, I think. Here's the... This is the first race of the Giant Slalom Cup in the Junior League. The starting speed leaves a lot to be desired.
Sure does.
seems he's overlooked that gate.
Yeah, it looked like it.
That will get him a time penalty.
Yeah.
He missed another gate. That's not good at all.
Gotta pull himself together.
Missed the third gate. Things are looking bad.
Yeah, too bad.
I don't think anybody wants to see this again.
I certainly don't.
Let's... Now there's a Czech athlete preparing at the start. The starting speed leaves a lot to be desired.
Sure does. Well, this isn't ice hockey, is it?
Nope. He'll land himself with a time penalty.
Yep.
That's the third gate he's missed. He's totally out of rhythm now.
Has he ever been in rhythm? Well, you simply can't do that.
This is Jeff Jones. Hello, make yourself comfortable and welcome to our winter sport event. On the program today, the first downhill competition for the juniors. Where's his ideal line?
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
He needs another wax to increase his speed, it seems. He only just... Oh dear, I can hear the sirens howling.
Oh, you can take it. If it weren't for the boards, who knows where he would have landed.
That was a classic mistake at the gate. That will get him a time penalty.
Yep.
I'd really like to spare you the replay, ladies and gentlemen, but as you wish. That In 2005, Bodie Miller and Hermann Maier were beaten into second and third place in this discipline by the Austrian Michael Walkhofer. What's he doing there?
He missed the gate, it seems.
He'd be much faster with a better wax mixture. He missed another gate. That's not good at all.
Gotta pull himself together.
A slippery slide towards the boards. His performance is all but convincing.
Oh dear, that was really pathetic.
That was an exciting competition day, wasn't it? The competition is really exciting. Another junior giant slalom.
You know something, Jeff? I reckon there'll be some surprises today.
Really?
Yeah?
That start was pretty okay.
Yeah, not too bad. Whoops, he missed the gate. Things are happening so fast out there.
He'll land himself with a time penalty.
Yep.
He missed the gate for the fourth time.
That's a bit too much if you ask me.
Nope, not among the best five.
There's something very wrong with it.
He's pretty far away from the top already. You should learn from your mistakes, so let's have a second look at this sorry affair. Coming next is a Czech. Let's see what he does. It seems he didn't like that gate, and so he thought, this doesn't concern me. Nope, not among the best 5. As you get along well with Herman Meyer, have you ever paid a visit to him at his home?
In Flachau? No, unfortunately not, although it's only 70 kilometers from Salzburg, where I go on business quite often.
So, how come?
Well, you know, he simply hasn't invited me yet.
Maybe he will sometime.
Maybe.
He doesn't seem to find the right way to attack this pista. That was not enough. I don't think anybody wants to see this again.
I certainly don't.